Max and the Magnificent Mustache. I guess you could say that Max was obsessed with mustaches. Nobody knew how or why this came to be. He just seemed to have a penchant. When Max was little, he went through a phase of drawing mustaches on everything, and I do mean everything.
Even on mattresses?
Yes! No one was safe, not even his neighbor, Mrs. Ruffrin's beloved dog, Buttercup. He drew a mustache on Buttercup. I cannot even believe it. Well, Max had an uncanny knack for making mustaches out of anything, and I do mean anything. And this annoyed his mother greatly. So Max not only had a milk mustache, but he used gummy worms to make mustaches. He used spaghetti to make mustaches. So this annoyed his mother so much. What else do you think would make a good mustache? You.
Maybe paper.
Paper, and that's what we're going to do today. Yeah.
String.
String.
Glasses.
Glasses.
Chocolate, melted chocolate.
Oh my gosh, right over the nose. What about you?
Paint.
Paint.
Eyelash.
That's a good one. Eyelashes. Yes, girls. Hair. Marker. I love it. Yes.
It's like you cut off your hair if you had long hair, then put it on.
Yes. On Valentine's Day, Max made Lindsay Green a very special Valentine just for her. And you know what it was? Yes! And it said, and then a picture of a mustache. Mustache you to be my Valentine. Max was the smartest boy in class. He even won an award for his essay, "With great mustache comes great responsibility. Famous mustaches and history." Once Max found an old picture of his father when he was going through the photo albums. His father had a mustache. His father explained, "It was way before I met your mother." Because Max wondered why he no longer had the mustache. His father said since then he had tried to grow it back, but each time Mother refused to kiss him until he shaved it off. So he just gave up trying. Immediately upon hearing this, Max felt sorry for his father and made him a secret mustache to wear when he was all alone. Oh, that was nice of him, huh? Max wanted a real mustache, not a fake mustache. So he saved up all his allowance to buy a special cream to rub on his lip to make hair grow. But after a while, it made his lip red and swollen. It looked like a bee had stung him on the lip. Max insisted that that meant it was working, but Mother made him throw it away. When Grandpa Gene came to visit, Max's mother made Grandpa his favorite, liver and onions. Max thought it smelled gross. "It'll put hair on your chest," said Grandpa Gene, as he proudly showed Max his chest at the dinner table. Max thought if it could cause him to grow hair on his chest, then maybe, do you know where we're going with this?
Yeah.
Then maybe it would make him grow hair on his lip. Would you eat liver and onions if it could make your wish come true?
No.
For his 8th birthday party, everyone was required to wear a mustache, even the girls. Before Max blew out his candles, he made a very special wish. Can you guess what he wished for? Okay, so there's Hello Kitty birthday parties and there are Pirates of the Caribbean birthday parties. Max's birthday party, American Girls. Max's birthday party was mustache themed. So his cake was shaped like a mustache. His mom and dad had this balloon guy there that twisted the balloons into these giant mustaches. They played pin the mustache on the donkey. So he wished with all his might when he blew out the candles. Now what happens when you make a wish? You're not supposed to tell anybody, huh? Yeah, so he didn't say anything, but we all know. The next day, Max began to notice a little prickly hair poking out of his skin. Could it be? He felt with his tongue. Feel with your tongue. You guys feel any little prickly hairs? That evening at the dinner table, Father said, "It looks like Max finally got his wish." Mother, on the other hand, questioned, "Was it natural for a boy 8 years of age to grow a mustache?" Isn't that odd? The next day, Max woke up with a full lip of bristly hairs. Mother nearly fainted at the sight. She told Father, "Get rid of it." So Father takes Max in the bathroom and he says, "Sorry, old chap, if I can't grow a mustache, neither can you." And Father shaved it away. How do you think Max felt when he saw those hairs falling? Because it was something he really, really wanted. You think he felt bad? Like if you got something you really wished for and it got taken away, would that make you feel bad? Yeah. All right. By the time Max got to school, the mustache started to grow back already. All the other kids pointed and stared, but Max held his head high as he walked to class. His teacher, Miss Walters, who was easily excited, sent him to the bathroom immediately to wash it off. Thankfully, when Max returned to class, he was saved by the bell, and Miss Walters was too distracted to notice the mustache was still on his face. In PE, the students laughed and giggled. Mr. Gomez was not amused. He thought Max was clowning around and put him on time out without even a warning. Max's day only got worse when the librarian, Miss Manley, thought he was purposely being disruptive and sent him to the principal's office. Max's parents were promptly called and they took him to see Dr. Harper straight away. After running several tests on Max, he was given a clean bill of health. Do you know what that means? That means the doctor said, "There's nothing wrong with him. We've run all these tests and he's fine." Dr. Harper could not explain why Max's mustache continued to grow so fast, let alone why a boy of 8 years of age had a mustache at all. Max's condition was a complete mystery. Overnight, Max became somewhat of a local celebrity when word got out about the boy with the mustache. Everyone wanted to have their picture taken with him. Would you want to have your picture taken with Max if you saw his big mustache? Max was the youngest person to win a national mustache competition, and he appeared on the cover of Mustache magazine. His lip-tickling glory. But as the days went by, Max's cute curly tufts began to change into something wild and shaggy. His mother tried everything, but nothing would tame his unruly whiskers. When Father took him to get it cut, it just grew back faster and stronger than ever before. Oh my gosh, it sounds like the mustache is out of control. Everything became tangled or lost in Max's mustache. Some days Max didn't know what he was going to find in there. Can you imagine things getting lost? Toothbrush. The TV remote. Yeah. What else do you think could get lost in this mustache? Money. Comb.
Hair bow.
Hair bow.
You're just getting that little chip.
Oh, that would be disastrous. Oh my gosh, what? Gum.
My diamond.
Your diamond.
My favorite blanket.
Your favorite blanket. Oh my goodness.
Maybe your snack.
Your snack.
Your favorite TV.
Oh, good Lord. Let's keep going. All right. So Max didn't know. Some days Max didn't know what he was going to find in there. With each passing day, Max's mustache became more and more peculiar, almost as if it had a mind of its own. But not everyone was a fan of Max's mustache. What? Some of the parents of Max's classmates were concerned, and his teachers thought his mustache distracting. So it was decided that Max not be allowed to return to school until he got his mustache under control.
Oh, I wish I
What? That's what Max thought.
That is what he
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
Oh my goodness.
I love school. The hiding thing. The hiding mustache thing.
Yeah.
It's like you hiding.
Oh my goodness. So you guys aren't the only one who thought it was a good idea. At first, this sounded like a great idea to Max. Max not having to go to school with plenty of time on his hands, Max, because he's very smart, just like you guys, and he's creative, decided to write his autobiography. Do you know what that is?
No.
Yes.
What is it?
It's like somebody that knows about somebody else. They write about their life.
That's right. So Max decided, since he didn't have to go to school, with all this time on his hands, he was going to write his book about himself. And guess what it's called? I have a mustache, therefore I am. Eventually, Max became bored, and he missed all his friends, and this made Max very sad. Would it make you sad?
Yeah.
Max's mother wanted him to feel better, so she decided to make a mustache and wear it. Father said he would not kiss her ever again unless she got rid of the mustache. He was kidding, of course. Soon enough, Max and his mustache attracted the attention of the famous Banditti Brothers Circus. Wow. When Max received the invitation to be their very special guest, he smiled for the first time in days. Oh. But what Max and his parents didn't know was that the Banditti Brothers had something more to offer Max than front row tickets. Oh,
In the
gosh.
show.
You see, do you know where it's going, sister?
Yeah.
You see, the Banditti Brothers were about to lose their circus. Unless they made a lot of money fast, the Banditti Brothers Circus would be no more. They needed a showstopper, and Max and his mustache was going to be just the thing to put them back on top. That night, after the show ended, the Banditti Brothers made their offer. The offer was to take Max on the road with them as their main attraction, and the show would be called Max and the Magnificent Mustache.
Oh, that's the title.
That's right. That's how he got that title. Max would be treated like royalty, and in return, he would get to see the world. As generous as it was an offer Max's parents quickly refused. How many people would like to go join the circus? How many people's parents would say no? Max is not going. Over the next few days, the Banditti Brothers tried everything to get Max's parents to let him join their circus. Can you imagine? Like they would send elephants with clowns on the back. Please let Max join the circus. They tried everything. But each time Max's parents refused. Desperate, the Bandittis concocted a plan to sneak into Max's house and steal him away. Whew. That night, as everyone was fast asleep in their beds, the Banditti Brothers snuck into Max's house and ascended the stairs. As they entered Max's room, they began to trip and fall. Help! The floor is moving! Cried the Banditti Brothers. Why do you think the floor was moving?
The mustache.
Max's parents woke up, alarmed by all the commotion. They ran to Max's room and turned on the light. Lo and behold, there were the Banditti Brothers all tangled up tight. And Max's mustache, of course. That mustache is a menace, he heard the Banditti Brothers say as the police took them away. They were right, Max thought. His mustache was no longer magnificent. It had become a menace. Max regretted wanting a mustache so badly, and now it had grown out of control. Up the walls and down the hall. It was no longer fun. It was too much upkeep, and he wished more than anything his mustache would leave. How do you feel about that? Yeah. But don't you think it would be hard? Max can't go to school. He got in trouble at school for having a mustache.
I'm brushing my mustache.
For nothing. And he can't see his friends, and he's stuck in his house, and his mustache is taking over the whole house. Wouldn't it be tiring, though?
Yeah. I keep gluing my mustache back together.
Yeah.
But it can't be. It's cheering. I would do a braid in my mustache. Yeah, put a braid.
As Max fell to sleep, something strange happened. The mustache started to twitch and quiver. Not all. The mustache began to shrivel and shrink. It slithered right off of Max's face.
Fall off.
It did! It slithered right off his face. By the time Max awoke, the mustache had completely disappeared. There was no trace of the mustache, or so it appeared.
It's
So what did you think of the story?